Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Today I'm making super cornmeal loaf. I've never made this one. This one sounds so interesting. We need 1 cup of warm water, which I've already warmed up. When they say warm, it just means a little warm on your wrist and that's it. In other words, just a hair over body temperature. And into this we are going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 packages of yeast. I have it in the jar, so I'm doing it like this. If you're doing it by the jar, it's 4 tablespoons and 1/2 teaspoon. Now, they want this to sit till it foams, but I already know my yeast is alive because I always keep fresh yeast. Always keep it in the refrigerator, keep it next to the butter compartment, and always check those dates. If you don't check those dates, they will sell you outdated, and yeast has an expiration date because it does die. It's like buttermilk. A lot of people say buttermilk goes bad. It doesn't go bad. What happens is you have live cultures in that milk, and they start eating it and eating it and eating it and eating it, and finally they run out of food and they die. So it doesn't go bad. It's just that the cultures die because there's no food for it. That's why I'm constantly rotating my yogurt. Let's see if my yogurt's thick here, and I can show you. It might not be. This is just one. No. But if you watch your yogurt, it'll get thicker and thicker. When you buy it at first at the store, it looks like it's thin, but as you use it and it sits around, I don't want you to fall into the sink. You'll notice that. So it's the same thing. Buttermilk doesn't go bad, and either does yogurt. What happens is the cultures eat all the food that it has, and it has nothing else, and then it just dies. It's not going bad, it's just that it dies. Now, what we're going to do, and I know you're not going to believe this, because this is going to floor you. 3 sticks of softened butter. I know you're going to say, that is a lot of butter. Yes, it is. I don't think this bread will require buttering it. You're going to add the butter to that, and you're going to add 1 cup of cornmeal. Yellow cornmeal is what they want. What else are we putting in here? And we're going to be adding 2 teaspoons of salt. Now we're going to beat this. Wait till you see what comes into it next. Beat this a little bit. Hold on, let's see, this butter's breaking up. No, it's having trouble breaking the butter up, though it's soft. So I'll do it for it. If you're gonna add butter to it, chunk it in little like tablespoons and put it in. Now you're gonna crack an egg. And we're actually gonna be putting 6 eggs in this, but they want you to beat one at a time into it. I know when I start kneading it on the board, on the counter, it'll be better. The butter will melt from my hands better. If you have to do it by hand, do it by hand. There's no problem. Really just still add the eggs one at a time and work it in. These eggshells that I say, I make dish soap out of it, as well as I feed the garden with it in essence also to make sure the plants get their calcium and their magnesium. Now we're going to start adding flour. Now, half a cup at a time. I think I'm pretty much done with all of this. Let's go this way. Add 2 tablespoons of wheat germ to this. We're going to use anywhere from 4 to 4.5 cups of flour. it. There won't be much more flour added there. We're going to add it over on the counter when we're kneading it. Now this is somewhat of a sticky dough. But we're going to work it. Hold on. All right, now we're getting ready to work it over here. And I'm going to keep a half a cup on the side, just in case. I don't think a kitchen is ever big enough for anybody when you're baking. You can see how sticky it is. And you know all that bread I made? It's gone. My family loves homemade bread, and I make it sourdough. This one is not a sourdough. Like I said, I make different ones. I am going to set a sourdough also when I finish this. First part of kneading is actually getting that flour in there so you can handle it. As you can see, that's basically what I'm doing, is just folding flour into it. And this is all-purpose flour. And you see some of the butter hasn't quite melted, but we'll work it. We'll get it done. I'm going to continue kneading this for a bit, and I will be back. Okay, I am done working my dough. If you find that all the butter didn't work in, as you knead it and you smash it, it'll work into the flour and into the dough. So don't worry about it. You're going to need a bowl. I always recommend these. And where did I put it? You're going to oil it. You need one of these ceramic bowls, heavy ones that are glazed and stuff. They'll hold the heat in of your bread, well, your dough really, so it doesn't dry out. Turn it upside down, twist it around to make sure the top is thoroughly coated, then flip it over. Pack it into a nice little ball. And we are going to cover it. Do they want saran wrap? I have some recipes that ask for specific things, so I sometimes have to read. Alright. No, they just want you to throw some towels over it, and we're going to wait till this doubles. Put it in a warm place, cover it up, because it's winter, so we can stay nice and warm so it'll rise. Now there'll probably be a part 2 on this, and this is when we're going to shape them, and we'll put the glaze on them and the cooking and all, but I have other things I have to do, so I'll say bye for now, but look for part 2, it'll be right behind this.